down at the start. The Princess Royal Challenge Cup women's single sculls between Greiten from Germany and Fellows from USA. So this is the international competition. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. We've got Maggie Fellows on the buck station. She sculled well yesterday over in the United States. She was 4th in their Olympic trials. She's on the left of the picture here, but she's still got plenty of company as she looks to her right and sees Pia Greiten, who I think maybe is about half a length down, but it's hard to say from this angle. And I'm just trying to pick up, Adrian, where they are on the course.
Looks like they're just coming up to the halfway mark at the moment. Pia was in the German 8 that tried to qualify for Tokyo, and they just missed out. So she's obviously jumped in the single to come and do this. She was 4th in the World Cup at Sabaudia in her single, so she's got some really good international pedigree. And Margaret Fellows went to the Pan Am Games, and she got a silver in a double and a bronze in the quad. So we've got some really high caliber ladies racing this race.
Yeah, we certainly do. Looking at Pia Greiten on the right of the shot there, she said she was to really come and race at Henley. It's her first time, and this is going to be a highlight for her to come here. And after the pressure and frustration of going into that qualifying regatta with the 8, missing out on the qualification, she didn't want her season to stop, so she got in the single and came here to race.
Yeah, and here at the moment it looks like Margaret seems to have a bit of a slight lead on her, maybe 3/4 of a length in Pia. As we're coming down here, these girls really are still in a really strong rhythm. Just going to see there a quick look over there from Pia.
And I think anything could still happen in this one. You know, singles, the most can happen within a race. And so Maggie Fellows, we see her at the bottom of the screen. She looks like she's in control, but I can tell you, and I know you know, Adrian, you're not in control of this single, are you? You're desperately hoping this other person's going to go away. You're pressing it down as hard as you can. You're sculling as well as you can, but they never go away, do they?
They don't. And the difference between that in a crew boat is that if you got blow a little bit, you still got the other people to keep the boat moving. But in a single, as soon as you start to lose power, the boat just slows down. So here, Pia and Maggie's really putting a good effort in the last minute or so to try and open up the gap a bit more, but it's not over.
No, certainly not over. In that gap there, they can see it on their signals. It's only about a length between the two of them, which means you're definitely still in it. You could definitely still ride into a wave, and you can see there's some waves there on the course that Maggie Fellows having to deal with. She's used to sculling in San Diego. We're thinking the Olympics could be happening there in 2028 on her home course, possibly over 4 lanes, possibly over 1,500 metres, who knows?
You know, a big change, quite a long way from being 2,112. And we've got the umpire warning Maggie over there to move over to her Buckinghamshire station. And you're behind. If you hear that, you just make an effort, don't you, to take advantage of that?
I think you certainly do, yeah. If you're in front, you really have to make an effort. And you can see the umpire there, it's Fiona Dennis. She's not seen a response yet. She's got her flag out. She wants to see a response from the sculler, whichever crew it is in front of her. You see the flag still out. It's gone away because you can see, lovely picture, that she's now back on the correct half of this lane, 24 metres wide. She's back on the right side of it.
And this is tough in the single because it's so twitchy out there with the waves. It's really hard to manage the boat. They make it look really easy, but that boat is moving underneath them all the time.
Absolutely, 14 kilograms of boat with an athlete sat in the top of it. We rowers know how wobbly they are, how skillful these athletes are to be able to not just scull these boats and stay in them, but to be able to just keep them so smooth through these conditions as we get this great picture. And you can just see how narrow the actual hull is that's within the boat underneath the athlete.
Yeah, you see she's from Osnabrücker Ruderverein in Germany, representing your club here, and then having a bit of a look there. She'll be seeing how far ahead is Maggie and at what point is she going to make her move.
Well, they're passing the mile and 1/8. They're pretty much in the last throws, maybe 30 strokes left in the race. It's sort of do or die time now, the last big minute really that they've got, and just wondering whether the German sculler here can find anything to come back.
It looks like she's just made a bit of a change in the rate there. Let's see if she has any impact here. Maggie's really managed to keep the rate a little bit higher and just ticking along more lively. Let's see how hard she's had to work to get here.
Yeah, she is. We see that Long Beach, USA, with that flying dolphin across the sun emblem on her back from that picture, and she's just about able to maintain control of this one, isn't she?
It does look like at the moment, but let's just see if there's a gear that Pia has at all. But at the moment, it does look like coming up to the progress boards that Maggie Fellows has got clear water on Pia Greiten from Germany.
She has got that clear water. She'll be relieved to know that she's passed that progress board and she's in those final strokes. And she can now hear the polite applause that says you're nearly at the finish line. You're going to be able to get this one done at the end of Friday at Henley.
Yeah, and here Maggie Fellows just attacking the last few strokes, putting the rate up again to make sure of that win by Clearwater, half a length Clearwater against Pia Greiten from Osnabrück, Ruderverein, Germany.